us more clearance. These rods will actually clear a little bit better than the connecting rod that we're using here with a regular stud and the big nuts on the side. So by choosing wisely, saying, oh, well, instead of having to grind more on the rods or having to resize and profile a set of stock rods, remember what I said earlier about spending a little bit more money to get an upgraded rod, and then there's so many variations of these, you can say, yeah, you know what, I want one with a solid through bolt rather than a stud and a nut. That just gives you more clearance. It's not only stronger, but it helps you build the motor with less effort. So once you've gone through all that and you got all those marked, go ahead and pull the crank out, take the bearings out, wipe it down, then get yourself a die grinder with a burr. Now I prefer to use a 90-degree die grinder because it's just easier on my hands. Some guys will use straight ones, that's fine too. But make sure you use a burr, a carbide burr, rather than a stone. If you don't have one, go down and buy one. They're not very expensive. And then just go on in and start grinding. All right, now when you get a notch about this size in there, you're going to want to go ahead and move to the next one. Don't just all of a sudden just hog it all out. First thing though, there's a water jacket back in here. Water runs along here. Every block casting is a little bit different. Some are thinner, some are thicker. What you don't want to do is just get in there and say, oh, I'm just going to take an inch of material out of there so I don't have to recheck everything. Don't do that. You only want to take the minimum amount that you need to take out with about an extra 60 thousandths or 80 thousandths.